Now then.
Let's start with a little test. See if you can keep up with my movements. If your reactions are fast enough to match me, you win. Now let's begin. What is happening?
Huh?
You're wide open. From here, it'd be a simple thing to slit your throat. You were careless. You are so cool. You're just so cool, Heismay. Enough of that now. I don't mind the compliment, but you're laying it on a bit thick.
Alright.
I'll do it as many times as you like. Don't rely on sight. You must sense through your very skin. Your enemies aren't going to wait for you. Your body must move on instinct to buy time for your mind. Teach me, master.
Well.
Oh, indeed. Finding these answers is also part of the training. There's no clear answer, no correct way of improving, but at the very least you can decide what you aspire to.
Then.
Want to keep going? That seems enough for one day. Shall we share a drink then? Let's retire to my castle back on the runner.
Oh.
I found some fine spirits for myself, but even ambrosia would be tasteless when drunk alone. Would you like a cup of tea instead? Yes, a bracing drink, but nowhere near as good as the spirits back home. What were the drinks from your hometown like? Let's see. Clear as the night sky, like nostalgia in a bottle. Wonder when I'll get to taste it again. It's a taste my boy will never know. It's been a long time since I abandoned my home. My son died without ever seeing that village. He looked up to knights, you know. He had a stout heart in that little frame. Might have grown up to be a fine knight himself had he lived. Another wish unfulfilled, I suppose. I'll never forget the day I cremated my son's body and mourned his death. What do you mean by cremated? Ah, right. Everyone else buries their bodies as they are without giving them to the flame.
The truth is...
It's the way of the Ujief, boy. We burn the bodies of the dead, leaving only bones. The soul is freed through fire. Once released from the body, they go to their place in the beyond. Then those who remain must lay the bones to rest, somewhere suitable for the deceased. However, I've yet to find a place fit for my son to take his final rest. Can't imagine he'd be happy for his bones to be eternally moved and disturbed.
I apologize.
I shouldn't be talking to you about this. Let's find his rightful place together.
No.
We have a more important mission to accomplish, no? No room for detours of any inconvenience, boy. I can't put that burden on you.
Let's do it.
Still, we can do it. It isn't just a random detour. It's a favor for a dear friend.
Thank you.
I thank you for your kindness, truly. I'll do my best to return this favor through my efforts as your comrade. Thank you again. A toast then to cement our vow, you with a cup of delicious tea.
Cheers.
Yes, a toast, but not to mark my regrets, to commemorate our coming together into the beginning of morning.
My boy, are you watching?
Displays the location of strong enemies on dungeon maps. Interesting.
My thanks.
We could save this for any time when you're free, lad. I'm grateful that you'll help me through, and help me though, and I dare say tonight I'll rest well.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
You don't say. There are so many days in this game, I'm running out of jokes for every time that comes up.
Luis's.
Day of the soiree is approaching. We need to secure our infiltration through Luis's quarters before then. We must reclaim the formula without raising suspicion. At long last, we will finally have the means to break the Prince's curse.
Make it happen.
The Prince's fate is in our hands. The plan is risky, but we have to see it through.
True.
17 days until Luis's soiree. Let's proceed with the utmost caution. That's a lot of time to get follower ranks.
That makes. Alright then.
Let's do Maria. You're rank 4 already? I thought you were lower than that.
Mister.
Ah, mister, you're here. Picture seems kind of sad. Does no one live in this town anymore? I see. So there's really a place like that outside Grand Trad.
Wow.
What a huge river. And that thing, it's a waterfall, right? I never seen one of them before. Do waterfalls always have faces under them? I see. So there's really a place like that outside of Grand Trad.
Thank you.
Thanks, mister. I'll ask Miss Fabienne if we can hang them up on the inn's walls. If I look at the picture, I stop feeling lonely because I think of you on your journey, and you can come back and look at them too, right?
By the way,
I have something to tell you, mister. I talked to Miss Fabienne, and I wanted to talk to Papa too. I want to ask you something. Actually, never mind, it's nothing. I want to go to the cathedral. Miss Fabienne, she said that Papa was always watching over people.
why.
So I thought that if Papa was watching over me too, then maybe I can talk to him even if I went there.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if he heard me.
Hold on.
What did you tell him? I told him that I'm sorry.
By the way,
Ask, tell? This is a contradiction. If you're asking someone something, you're not telling them something.
hey,
I thought Papa had abandoned me, but I was wrong, so I told him I was sorry. Miss Fabienne said I could tell her anything, so I talked to her about a whole lot of things.
so,
I told her about Papa and how lonely I was after he was gone. She listened to me, I was wrong the whole time. Let's be happy.
yeah.
Yep. Mister,
I...
Papa's job, do you think I can do it too? Miss Fabienne told me his job was to make sure everybody's okay. I loved when Papa made sure I was okay. When I cried, he'd give me a really big hug that always made me feel better.
That's why.
So I want to be like Papa. I want to make sure everyone else is okay too. I don't know how to fight. Does that mean I can't do it then? You can do other things.
In that case,
Instead of fighting, why don't you concentrate on making people feel happy? That's really all I have to do.
Okay.
Then I'll do it. First, I'm going to make sure that Miss Fabienne is okay. Sylvando did it. You can do it too. I'm going to do what I can do to make her happy. What's something that Miss Fabienne likes? Or wants, rather. Why did I say likes? She says she doesn't need anything like pretty clothes, so I was thinking flowers and some snacks and a new sign. She was always saying the sign got beaten up by the weather. If I make it look pretty again, do you think that will make her happy?
Wow.
Alright, I'll do just that. I'll make a new sign. This one will have Papa, Miss Fabienne, and me and you all smiling together. Sounds like a great idea.
Really?
You really think so? I want you to be on the sign too, because you're my treasure. Let's go! Rank 5! You and Hulkenberg are the highest ranks.
I'm okay.
You know how to make a sign, mister? Don't forget, it also has to have pretty pictures on it. Leave it to me.
if so,
Huh?
Is that the person who drew those pictures of your journey?
Yeah.
I want to come with you. I want to talk to Mr. Norris.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ooh, so your next one's gonna be... Come back soon, mister. Can't wait. Your next one's gonna be with Norris. That's interesting. Mixing the two... mixing followers together is an interesting concept for rank ups. Back to Brylehaven.
Incredulous.
Rank 2. Let's get Norris to 3. Kind of just keeping all of them balanced as of now.
Hello.
Taking a breather, are you? Well, have you brought another relic for me? We did pick another weird thingamabob, but I'm not sure if it's one of those lost relics or not. Sounds intriguing. Might I give it a look? Yeah, but the game works in a way where it conveniently is a relic you're looking for. Just a good twist there, and then a push in, and there you are. You see? What'd I tell ya? Sharp as a blade, these instincts. But my heavens, this is quite a find.
This?
So, if something was inside just like the last one, Neris might just be the only one who understands this stuff. I expected some degree of this, but the design's different.
Oh, my God,
Yes, by God, it's coming to me. I see it now. A heaven-sent cerebral nugget of pure genius. Thank you.
Thank you.
The dregs of destiny.
Even so.
That's supposed to be a play on words of the word drugs. Gotta say though, I didn't think I'd get to see 3 relics in such a short span. Must be thanks to my healthy living and intellectual curiosity, huh? Next to us, you mean? You haven't found a thing yourself, Nearest. Why don't you come out and help us search every once in a while? No thank you indeed. I haven't the build for combat, but a man's worth isn't decided by his sword arm alone. What? I'm a long way from youth now, but I was quite a dasher with a fairer sex in my younger days, you know? Had to fend off the marriage proposals with a stick.
Real.
Oh, really? I certainly did. A strapping young lad with a genius mind and familial prestige. Why? I was every debutante's dream. Debutante? Debutante? Debutante. Keep telling yourself that. Indeed, and I say steady on. I'm not pathetic enough to lie about that. Though it's likely that most were just after their family prestige and money. I even had a fiance at one point. What? You really?
Wow.
Ah, yes, but remember I was young, obsessive. Romance and career both fell to the wayside as I threw myself into the runner research. Yeah, I can imagine that kind of conflicting there. Poor girl got tired of waiting. By the time I thought to check on her, she'd slop off and married some other blue blood. The adage holds true, I suppose. You never realize what you have until it's gone. Keep in mind, chap, and don't make the same mistakes I did.
Rather.
But that's enough of depressing bygone tales. For me, gauntlet runners are the true loves of my life. I think it's as reasonable as any lifestyle choice. Quite right. In a way, she's the best partner I could ask for on this journey of ours. Can't say much else other than that. I'm grateful to you for both our love, for both all this relic business and having me along on this journey. My passion had been all but smothered, but you've rekindled it. Without you, I'd be rotting away in my chair with a stationary prototype bent and quashed.
Now then.
Well, gotta sharpen my skills even more. We'll show those other runners you need more than the big bulkheads. That'll get you to rank 3.
No.
The gunner's virtue. Oh, is this gonna be the next level of the gunner?
Goodness.
Yeah, the
Really is
sniper.
dashed interesting.
I mean, I think Stroll is the closest to rank 20.
To the joys of your company, eh?
Hope I can keep counting on you for the rest of these relics, huh, lad?
This one's important.
We have another relic to find. Or Hero's Leave of Lights. Why'd I say that so weird?
Time marches
I had so much
on,
reading to
and
do.
the age of a
Oh, my
new
word.
king draws nearer.
Do I just want to do Stroll's rank right now? I think next stream I definitely want to do... I want to start the main story dungeon.
Somehow.
For days, a great number of the city's soldiers have been injured. It would seem they had a run-in with a human. The group that was attacked was comprised mainly of new recruits out on a training exercise. Many of their injuries are quite grave, I'm afraid. How horrible. Is there nothing we can do to help?
Reminds me.
We've already taken on a related request, haven't we? Let's go gather those medicinal ingredients so that they can treat the injured. Yeah, I think next stream I want to start with the story dungeon.
Listen.
Forgiveness Day! Oh, Heismay wants to rank up now. It's not even nighttime. Decisions. You're at 4, 3. We'll probably do you at nighttime. Alonso's still at 1. You're at 3. You get rank ups through the story, I think. I'm assuming you get them as we meet with you. Unless you're going to be a playable character, but I don't know if you'd be a playable character if you already have a rank. I'm trying to think. We only need 3 more followers, right? So, like... I think there's either 2 or 3 more playable characters. There can't be 4. Because every single playable character is gonna be a follower, ideally. So these 3... It's either there's 2 playable characters, there's either 1 playable character and 2 extra followers, 2 playable characters and 1 extra follower, or I don't think this is the whole group. So yeah, it's one of those 2. There's gotta be at least 1 to 2 more playable characters with how this is going. I probably want to get Heismay to 3 just so we can get his next class. Stroll's been waiting for a bit, but Commander's not even close, so I think we should do Heismay here. I wasn't expecting Heismay to want to hang out during daytime. I think that's probably what I'm going to do.
It's you.
Hello there, for all the time we spend in battle, it's good to rest our wings every once in a while. This is all the same. I don't know to keep reading it. It's like in Persona.
My thanks. Huh.
Plenty of new graves, possibly victims of those dark doings at the castle. Perhaps my boy would find solace here, among many his own age. But it seems they don't cremate their dead here. Don't want my son feeling out of place. Being the only child here in singed pieces, hard enough for a boy's age to fit in. Shall we look elsewhere?
That means...
My thanks.
My thanks. I think we do well to check other options.
My apologies.
How about somewhere deeper in the forest, if you don't mind indulging me just a bit further? Seems a peaceful place at first glance, but it's not really so, is it?
No.
Pattering footsteps from beasts among the trees, the smell of animal waste. I can feel them eyeing us from the shadows. Might be too dangerous. I can't stand the thought of hungry beasts disturbing the grave.
We shouldn't.
I think it's still too early to make a decision. I'd like to look at the other locations if you don't mind. No problem.
Got it.
My thanks.
I appreciate your understanding. You're certainly more patient than I was at your age.
The truth is,
All UG travel far and wide and find the perfect resting place. Some build an altar at home, some scatter the bones in the sea, some bury them beneath a giant tree. Yggdrasil! It's Dragon Quest! That said, most simply bury the bones in the village's communal cemetery. After all that contemplation, they come back to where they started. Those people used to irritate me to no end when I was younger. I loathed their indecision and looked down on them for it. But as I got on in years, I came to understand some things. It's not so easy to overcome the death of someone close. That's why when you lose someone, you need time for that very hesitation. I've certainly found I do. Haste will not seize my woes. Ease my woes? Yeah, it said ease, didn't it? Yeah, ease my woes. My bad. That being said, this isn't your concern. You've already done more than enough for me.
No.
Of course it's my concern. You really are unlike everyone I've met. Then might we take to the Gauntlet Runner again? This time I'd like to see somewhere full of open space. I love the screen transitions in this game. So much. So much that I have to keep bringing it up. It's never enough. Maybe I'm just imagining things.
What happened?
no.
Looks like just a place my son loved.
My son.
I think it was around the time he finally started to walk. Even when he stumbled and fell, he always leapt right back up, all smiles. He would chase bugs through grass far taller than him, laughing even when he fell, bringing me flowers and pebbles clutched tight in his little fist. Even now, 'tis as he might burst out of the grass at any moment, beaming and covered in burrs. But I know 'tis just an empty fantasy.
Everything okay?
Yes. My apologies.
I didn't mean for you to see me like that, but yes, this could be a fine place for him to stay. Silence is peaceful, the wind is gentle, feels a place wholly apart from the nightmare of our world. I'm sure my son would love it too. He always loved to run with the wind in his face. Yet. You want to keep looking somewhere else?
Not so.
Nope, that's not it. I just have one thing that's holding me back. That sweet smell of the wind. It reminds me of a faraway hill. The hill where my hometown lies.
What?
You're just now remembering about your hometown?
No.
It occurred to me, yes, but I have not visited not even once since I left. I sincerely doubt they'd welcome me back.
Oh.
A wind blows in my home, sweeter than I have known.
Let's go.
Well, let's just go and see.
But
Oh, you're right. I can't let my floundering deprive my boy of his proper place.
I'm in your debt.
Walking this ground with you, I find myself determined to return home again. Feels like something I'd never have realized alone. I'm grateful our paths crossed. Yo, Thief level 2. As in like the archetype that comes after Thief. We got a lot of stuff to
I
look
must
at.
come to a decision.
The assassin. Yeah, we're really building up those archetypes, as in unlocking more. Thanks for putting up with my indecisiveness, at least. Let's head to my village another day. Call upon me when you can spare the
Onward,
time.
then.
For today, let's rejoin our comrades. Alright. I think today we do Brigida. Brigida's the only option, so we just rank up Brigida. I doubt we'll ever see him again.